It is said that 9 out of 10 startups fail, so with that kind of odds, why did we start a virtual reality gaming startup? Well, in today's video we will answer that question and break down the high impact principles that have helped us along the way. These principles will also help you improve your chances of succeeding to roughly 50-50. Because despite everything going on around the world, last year was a record high year for newly registered companies. If you actually do this planning we discussed today, you will be ahead of 99% of the world who are trying to start a business.
And yes, we did do this planning ourselves, even though we started our company in the Finnish countryside in an old horse stable.
Now, this isn't some Tony Robbins motivational speech. It is actual principles I learned in business school and from successful entrepreneurs. Studying finance in my master's thesis, I showed that companies who innovate have long-term success. Still, this is just academia, so went on working in the banking industry, getting practical experience such as working at a hedge fund and as a stock analyst. Pretty soon I discovered that competition, well, it basically sucks because it actually squeezes out the life of the company, its margins and profitability. So last year we came up with our own idea of creating a company during a pandemic. So we created a virtual reality startup in the Finnish countryside in an old horse stable. I mean, nothing could go wrong, right? Well, we created our own principles to actually succeed with this. These will probably also help you. So let's start with point number 1. Planning and creating an easily differentiated product in the right industry at the right time. So everything starts with a great product. That means that you should in the first hand be creating that product and the marketing comes later. That's why we have been keeping our heads down, coding, building the game and just basically been teasing and warming up the marketing. Now a lot of startups talk about scaling. That means that you are distributing your product at a zero marginal cost. But those words can actually be dangerous. For instance, we are not trying to compete with so-called AAA games such as Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption. Neither are we trying to compete in the highly competitive mobile gaming market because these industries are mature. If you want to scale in these industries, it requires a lot of external resources. Here we can scale with a small team because we actually complement each other, working on our strengths, but you daily have to go out of your comfort zone. For instance, I have a business degree, but I still have to work sometimes in the game development, even as a character artist. Okay, so you should focus on choosing an industry where you can easily differentiate yourself. Think about it really. Are you trying to stand out with unique branding? Are you trying to create a new YouTube channel, for instance? Or are you trying to bring a new technology out to the market that you can distribute at a zero marginal cost? Still, we aren't machines like the Terminator. Okay, sorry for the bad jokes. We are humans and you shouldn't just be calculating things based on the odds that how likely are you to succeed with a business, which industry you should choose. Still, that's important. You should also be passionate about what you are actually trying to create. By doing this, we have the table set for scaling. But this is a dilemma. Don't focus on scaling yet. Instead, focus on creating the best product you can make and focus on the user experience. Next, building a fan base of 1,000 true fans. Instead of trying to create something for an imaginary audience, ask yourself what kind of a product would you like to buy. This was also something that we essentially asked ourselves in the beginning. What kind of a game would we like to play? And once we knew it and started to create it, we also knew that we shouldn't go big as possible. Instead, we should slowly try to reach out to the market, to the VR community, and we slowly started to build a community. And it's essential to actually build that first 1,000 loyal fans because they will actually give the word of mouth out to the market that you have something great. So once we were somewhat satisfied with the early version of our product, we started showing it off to the market. By no means was this something easy, as first we didn't get any response. But then we were really lucky with one Reddit post that we attracted a lot of comments, a lot of reactions, and now we are slowly building towards that 1,000 true fan base. This is super important because we wanted to show that, hey, this is the vision of a tech noir dystopian future game that we are trying to build. And we also got the response from the market, lucky enough that they also are really embracing this. So now we know that we are on the right track. So in order to have a clear vision, learn to explain your product simply. Learn the art of pitching, like I'm pitching here to you, to smash the like button if you find this video valuable. So you should be able to explain your product in less than 30 seconds so that you know that, hey, this is a clear vision that you have of what you want to create. You also understand the market, the consumers. And if you can't do this, then it means that you might even be lazy and you have to go back to the first step of revising of what you want to create and then also communicating with the community. This also brings us to the next step where how do you actually do that? Well, you have the grand vision, but you also have to have short-term measurable targets of what you want to achieve. Now, if you do this, you're not just daydreaming. If you're daydreaming, sort of working here and there, it means that you are basically being lazy, becoming a specialist of being everywhere with your task. So have the clear measurable targets. For instance, for us, we started out with trying to build a fitness game, and then we went into creating a game where it was about brawling in a gym, and then we sort of developed it into a martial arts game and then into a tech noir game. So we became very clear on working towards our short-term goals, which then allowed us to reflect with the community that is this something they want to buy. And we also re-envisioned what we wanted to create long-term. Stay focused, work hard, but remember, you're not creating just a business, we are trying to create a lifestyle here. So focus on the short-term task that you have at hand that will then allow you to create that fan base of 1,000 true fans. But remember, if you're just starting a business, you actually don't have any idea of what you are doing. We stick to our task, we try to do the best, we throw something at the wall, see if it works. If it doesn't, we continue working. At some point you'll realize that, hey, you're working 20-hour days, you didn't escape the 9 to 5 to actually have some harmonic startup. You go back and re-envision of what you want to create, and then based on that, you do the task that you should be trying to accomplish short term so you can create the great product that you want to sell. Then disregard all the tasks that you shouldn't be focusing on. You can't just force the whole loop of just trying to master all these areas. That's why it's really important for you to take breaks. And we really believe in our team that exercise will allow that. You take breaks, for instance, a long weekend, you do some exercising, don't force things. Then you will come back re-energized. We actually discovered this mindset of not forcing things from Wu Wei, which is based on Taoism, which is an old Chinese religion philosophy. Hopefully you are also getting started on your own journey, and hopefully you will find valuable tips in this video, because I really think that these are the essentials that you have to get nailed. And if you think so, let us know below in the comment section if you found this valuable, and smash the like button, I would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, I'll see you guys in the next video.